New company, new model number, new logo, same old me. Come back after the title and see what I got. Hey everybody, Anthony Dodge, the Model Train Outsider, the American Outsider, a Knight of the Rhomboid Table, here with another First Impressions video. And this one is going to be kind of special because for the second time this year, I have gone off my brands and bought from a company that I've never tried anything before. And so I'm very excited to give it a try. I have bought this model. It is SudExpress. Now, SudExpress has been around for a while. I didn't look up the company history, but I know they've been around since I've been in the hobby. But they were a small company that I just didn't pay attention to because I was American, and then Roco, Pico, and Bravo were the companies that most people were doing to add to their American layouts. But I think it was last year they released a series of EuroDual models, the class BR159. These are a slightly smaller version from the 9000s that followed these in reality and are now following them in models. American is releasing 2, and these guys are releasing 6 or 8 of the variations of the Euro 9000 models. These are dual modes, in other words, electric and diesel. Now, I can't make a long story much shorter, but these were released, I don't know if these were released at the end of 23 or they came out 24, but from the minute I saw them, I thought, wow, those are very sharp looking models. And the DC versions came out, the analog, or at least non-sound digital ones came out first. And guys were getting them in 2-rail and really raving about them. And then some of the models in 3-rail were appearing and guys were raving about it. And then the digital or full digital with sound versions came out. And these things in the videos that guys were posting were just gorgeous models. The detailing is exquisite, and everybody was talking about how well made they were. So I wanted to pick one up. I didn't put it on pre-order because I had other things on pre-order, and those are the things I desperately wanted to get. But I always had this on the back burner of if an opportunity arose. The problem is I never saw them in stock, but I started seeing more and more videos of guys I follow going, I just got my SudExpress 3-rail sound deluxe premium version, etc., etc. So I'd go to Lipa and like, nope, it says available for pre-order. And normally when you see people getting them in, Lipa has them in stock. What apparently, and I don't know if this is 100% true, but a couple of people have said that basically you pre-order them through whatever model train shop you have, and then when they've got so many pre-orders, they make another batch of them. That's why I was never seeing them available from Lipa. Well, finally, I'd given up on getting one. And now that we're close to Christmas, all that, and I had already given Joyce a shopping list. She's done her Christmas shopping and birthday shopping. My birthday's a week before Christmas. And lo and behold, right after Joyce says, I'm done with shopping for everybody. I'm like, okay, cool. I got an email from Renault's because I'm on their mailing list. Like, we just got in a bunch of these SudExpress. It's our first batch of them. And they were listing 6 models. 2 they have in stock, 4 more on the way. And sure enough, the one I wanted, which is the Deutsche Bahn Verkehrsrot, the traffic red German, I just, for some reason, I really do like the Deutsche Bahn red. And I just needed one more red locomotive rather than one of the private companies. But anyhow, they had the one I wanted. And in all honesty, they were having them on sale, and for Renault's, it was a really impressive production. I might have spent about $40 less if I had pre-ordered this from Lipa, but when you factor in the additional shipping cost when you spend so much money, it was actually cheaper to buy it from Renault's rather than ordering it. Plus, Renault's had it in stock, where I'd have to wait for who knows how long to get it from Lipa, which is really the odd way, because normally I get everything from Lipa well before it's in America. But be that as it may, I've got it. So let's get this Class BR159 dual mode locomotive out on the track. Now, I have not taken it out of this box as I'm talking to you. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to show you as bonus material, try to show you how this works with my Central Station 3, how quick and easy digital is with my Central Station 3. So let's go to that, and then we will go to running it in and everything else. All right, so here's the locomotive, and I don't want to get caught into how gorgeous it is already sitting here. I have just set it on my C-track, and I have my Central Station 3 here, plus its mirror screen up on the computer. Although I call it a mirror screen, technically I can do things on here separately from things on here, yet it all gets recognized on the main one. But what's going to happen is I am in stop mode. I just put it on the track. I don't have to do anything else. It'll take about 10 seconds, and you're going to get that light glare. I'll try to hold it here so that maybe the light's not quite as in the way, but it'll take anywhere from 10 to 15 seconds. And I'll put it up on the main screen. So you can see, it's auto red. I don't have to load anything in. I don't have to do anything. I just wait for it to read all the functions, and then it's good to go. And then it is loaded up. Now I have to go in and edit a picture for it and give it a name. You can see it's already been added, but I'll call it a 159 because that's what the model number is. And then I will see if somebody's got a picture of it, or I'll take a picture of it myself. But anyhow, so now that you saw how quick and easy it is for digital, for those who are scared of digital, it's all loaded in. I don't have to mess with CV values or anything. I'll go ahead and find a picture and load that in. Okay, so I quickly got a picture in. So it's up here and it's on the computer. All loaded in, all the functions loaded in. It actually has 32 functions, but let's look at it on the track and go over all of it. Here it is. My SudExpress Class 159 240-8 dual mode EuroDual locomotive. And this thing is a beauty, but let's get to the basics. It has 32 sound and light functions, including operating pantographs, which I'll try to demonstrate in a couple of minutes. It comes in at a hefty 600 grams, making it one of my heavier locomotives. And yes, you feel it when you pick it up. It is definitely a beast. So this thing is just immaculate. And let's let you get the close-ups. The detailing on the top alone is just ridiculous. This is some of the best detailing I've seen on the top of a locomotive. And I think Meriklin does a great job with their dual mode 248s and 249s. And I've got a couple of them, and I think they're gorgeous. These guys might even top that. This is the individual fans in there, that's something else. Let's look at the print on it. Get down below the nice printing details. Even the smallest signage is just, the colors stand out, the little symbols inside of it. For such microscopic details, absolutely well done. Rocco, Miraklin do a great job. These guys are right up there. I am impressed with that. Just stunning detailing up above. I think it really shines like from this angle. The front end separately, very fragile looking windshield wiper up there. This is just yeah, this is a stunner. All right, let's get some lighting going on here. So the lights, you can see the lights, not too bright, but that's a good thing. Sometimes the lights are a little too much. I'm going to play with the sound functions. I'm going to give a little bit of a real run through here. Obviously, it'll have both diesel and electric sounds. So first pantograph going up. Sorry, I should have backed this up a little bit so you could see that. I love the squeaking sound effect back there. And yeah, it's kind of... absolutely awesome details all the way around. Various announcements. And this is the first locomotive I have actual fans running. I have locomotives that have separately fitted fans, but they don't run. These actually run. So this is just... I hope this runs well, because the excitement right now... In fact, the only criticism, and I dare hate to say criticism, is that the side meshings here, they do have interior lighting and cab lighting, but on the 249s and 248s, you have a nice wide looking side, and this might be how they are realistically in real life, but it might have been cool if they really gave you sort of the ability to really see through the grates. Now, you can see there are definitely holes in the grates, so this is probably true realistic, so my complaint might be not based in reality, just it would be cool if you had more of a see-through grate there. But you can clearly see in this close-up that you have holes so that there is a three-dimensional effect to it. This is just... You've heard so many things about this locomotive. For 2 years I've been reading, or year and a half, I have been seeing other channels with the variations of it, the 2-rail, the 3-rail, analog, digital without sound, digital with sound, and I have yet to see. Now, again, I'm not on that many German channels anymore, but the people that have been reviewing these and the links I've had to others, I've not seen a bad review yet. So we are going to run this in, and maybe we'll give you some shots of it running, and then we'll do the incline test. As this comes around the corner, It is absolutely silent. Silent and smooth. Just finishing up running it in. Interesting is that the lights are separate. In other words, you turn the front lights on and the rear lights on separately, and then they both change according to mode of direction. So let's get it up the incline. Here we go for incline test number 1, but we're going to catch it taken off. I'll put it into motion here. Whoop, forgot to change directions on it. Just a very quiet runner. So we are running it at slow speed here. All right, now the incline starts just past the intersection here. Let's see if we see a slowdown at slow speed. Was there a little hesitation there? But definitely no hesitation anywhere else. If there was a hesitation there, it was a split second. All right, handled it well. Let's crank up the speed a bit. Obviously, if it can handle slow speed, it should handle faster speed even better. Just those amazing roof details again. So first lap was at about 50 miles per hour, 80 kilometers an hour. This one is about 70 kilometers an hour, or 70 miles an hour. And definitely no hesitation there. Okay, so what are my first impressions? This is a extremely high quality model. I am extremely pleased. It's strong. It's despite its weight, it's smooth and fluid. The detailing on it is just as good as it gets. Yeah. I'm looking forward to getting some freight and stuff on this and doing it, but it's an exquisite model. What negatives, if any, do I see? I think its speed steps are a little slow, but that's adjustable in the CVs if you want to. I think it runs a little slower than the speed it says. It has a relatively low maximum speed, but you can increase that, but I tend not to. You know, if the factory sets a maximum speed, they did it for a reason. But otherwise, just an exquisite model. The decoder in this is an ESU. The sounds are awesome. The functions are great. All the bells and whistles that I love in the model train world, and it is just an absolutely smooth and clean runner. Very thrilled with this. It's definitely a winner. So I'm going to hook it up with just a little bit of freight that I already had on the track, and just give it a couple of quick loops and let you watch some of that if you want. Otherwise, I want to thank you for watching, and as always, I will say, Auf Wiedersehen, tschüss, and happy trains. Take care, everybody.